What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot Ed, and I woke up so I can watch the WWE Elimination Chamber. The pre-show is on right now. It is 4:15 in the morning, and all of a sudden I see another set of listings being released by none other than TFW's JT Prime 17 on the Next Generation's Mainline. So we are now leaving Legacy, thank God. I did not like Legacy. Overall, I thought Legacy was subpar because there were so many repaints so quickly. And this last wave, United, is very good, but everything prior to that just riddled with things and stuff. And I got Chase on the way because I really do like that figure, and I also have the Power Links Hotshot on the way, and of course that should be here today. As a matter of fact, they were on pre-order. And somehow, I guess, finally my card got charged because lately I really haven't had a lot of money paying all these bills and everything like that. But that's my business. It is what it is. We'll sound off on the listings, and then after that, we'll look at some pretty pictures. And then we're going to talk about what I feel Hasbro should do and what I think Hasbro did with these leaks, because these are supposed to probably be for 2025. And we're still, even though we're getting close to March of 2024, my goodness, man, we got a long wait for all this stuff, along with getting that HasLab, which I'm so happy. I gotta stay alive for 2025. So off to the gym I go. Anyway, let's go through the listings and then we'll begin. So in the listings here from JT Prime 17 from DFW 2005 website, we have a Deluxe Solus Prime, a Deluxe Air Raid, Deluxe Fire Flight, Deluxe Animated Wasp, Deluxe Alchemist Prime, Deluxe Crasher Package Refresh, Deluxe Swindle, Combaticons, Deluxe Micronus, which is probably the Micronus Prime, the Deluxe Venom, which is, of course, the Deluxe Insecticon. We have Deluxe Skydive, Deluxe Slingshot, Voyager Prima, Voyager Armada Red Alert, Voyager Rescue Bots Heatwave, Voyager RAD Skybite, Voyager Alpha Trion, and new Alpha Trion finally. Pictured here is Flatline, so Voyager Flatline. We're getting Leader the Fallen, which is going to be not the movie one, but the IDW one. Leader G2 Grimlock, and then Leader Onyx Prime. So let's look at the pictures first. We are going to get Skybite, which is pretty good. I am excited about that. And then after that, we are going to get Heatwave, and he's going to be Voyager size. So he's going to be the size of like Animated Prime. And a lot of people do love Armada Red Alert. I do too. So yeah, that's a given. And of course, we're going to get a repaint of the Animated Universe Bumblebee into Wasp. I think that's pretty cool. And then, of course, here we have Solus Prime. I love this design. I am a fan of this design. I really do dig this design. And I hope it looks similar to this, because that would make a brother very happy. Then, of course, we're getting Prima. And this is from, I believe, the Cyberburst cartoon. This is the picture. I kind of like regal looks of robots and things. Next is Onyx Prime. And that's the little guy inside of the Power to Prime Spreader King chest. And then, of course, we're getting Alchemist Prime, or Macadation. That's what I'm using here. And of course, we're going to get Alpha Trion. Finally, we're getting I hope it's not a remold or repaint or something. I hope it's its own mold. And of course, we're going to get this version of the Fallen. The closest we got to this was Make Toys. I still have it floating around the house somewhere. And then, of course, we're going to get the Micronus Prime. And, it looks like he has, these discs coming out of him. So that's pretty cool. And then now we're going to talk about Swindle. Man, we're going to get the Combaticons. And they released Swindle first. Now, this is the a redrawn of the original G1 toy, where the animation model kind of has that similar, where the rifle becomes kind of like a fusion cannon like Megatron. So we get that. Ooh, man. Here's one we never got, which was a repaint of the Henkei Hound, and we never got him released. Now on to the Aerialbots. So, of course, we know which Aerialbots we are going to get. And starting off with that, we are going to get the Fireflight, Air Raid, Slingshot, Skydive, and of course, we're going to get Silver Bolt. So, following the trend that was the Legacy Combiners from Minosaur. And it's not going to be like Devastator. Remember, Devastator was very different than the Scramble City Combiners, even though it was part of Scramble City. But it couldn't Scramble City like, the other ones can, because it's a basic formation of an H If you ever own any of the original combiners, and of course you can just stack the robots any way you want. That was the concept. And of course we probably won't get this with this one. Maybe, I don't know. This might be a little different. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? Minosaur is kind of finite in this combination. But this might be a little different. So we're going to look at the pictures of the various aerial bots. I mean, you know, we know who they are. But the bottom line is we're getting them. We know they're coming. I mean, this is great. I mean, this is really great. We've been asking about combiners. I'm trying to get out of collecting and then turn right back around. And now I got to collect these again. And it sounds like everything's coming out next year. So I guess this year is just going to be trying to get through this 40th anniversary, and then for anniversary 41. It's funny, WrestleMania is also on its 40th anniversary. I gotta say, impressive listing. Hasbro, I think you leaked this listing, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, listen. All right, I know a lot of people love third party. I get it, but third party is not the franchise. Y'all need to know that third party, you know, when it comes to Mainline, there was no gentleman agreement. It's just that Hasbro won. And the thing is, I'll explain, is people want official. Yeah, I mean, we get better with third party. We pay more for third party. But at the end of the day, I promise you, when Hasbro drops their figures and they're better, the same thing always happens. The Mainline toys get bought up. It is what it is. You know, we got to think realistically and stop thinking, you know, this herd mentality of joining with everyone else and agreeing with things, because third party can't exist without the first. They still can't call Optimus Prime Optimus Prime. They can't call any of the characters by their name. Some of the designs are good. Some of the designs are awesome. And some of the designs are just, well, you probably shouldn't have done that. But if you're trying to really look at the whole dichotomy of Transformers, they are not Transformers. In fact, 3Ps had to switch to Legends class figures because, let me tell you, between 2015 and 2018, going into 2019 when Siege was coming out, man, even Masterpiece collectors jumped on Siege. Siege really showed that there were improvements made that third party was doing for almost a decade, not a decade, but about, 5 or 6 years before Hasbro was doing it. I get that. But you have to understand that if anything happens to this franchise, we don't know the legality of if they have to sell Transformers. And Transformers is a huge property, a very huge property, believe it or not, more than what you think you know. If they had to sell this to another company or anybody else or any other company that is, a corporation like Hasbro, and knowing that they want to maximize the profit of the IP, they may go after a third party company just to prove a point. And trust me, we don't know legalities. Quit acting like you're lawyers. You're not. Most of you are just swearing up and down that everything you have is a collectible. And well, that's another story for another. But all I'm saying is we got to give props to the company that made the toys or that created the line. I mean, whether you like to do that or not, that's up to you. But what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below. I hope that this works. I hope we get these figures. I hope none of this gets canceled. That's all I got to say. Super Robot Ed, bringing you more news and reviews. Until then, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.